Communication in marriage. Good communication is often said to be the cornerstone of a healthy marriage, yet it can be one of the most challenging aspects to maintain. In this session, we'll explore why communication is so vital in a marriage, common communication pitfalls to avoid, and practical tips to improve your communication with your spouse. Let's dive in. Effective communication in marriage is not just about exchanging information, it's about understanding each other, building intimacy, and resolving conflicts in a constructive way. When communication is healthy, it fosters trust, emotional connection, and mutual respect. Without it, misunderstandings and feelings of isolation can arise, leading to frustration and even distance between partners. While communication is crucial, it's easy to fall into habits that create tension rather than understanding. Let's look at some common communication mistakes couples often make. A. Assumptions and mind reading. Many couples fall into the trap of assuming they know what their partner is thinking or feeling. This can lead to misinterpretation of intentions or emotions. It's important to ask clarifying questions and avoid jumping to conclusions. B. Interrupting or talking over each other. Interrupting or dominating the conversation can make the other person feel invalidated. Both partners need space to speak and be heard without the fear of being cut off. C. Avoiding difficult conversations. It's natural to avoid tough topics, especially when emotions run high. However, avoiding these conversations can lead to resentment. Addressing issues head-on while maintaining respect and empathy helps resolve conflicts and prevents them from escalating. D. Using negative language. Criticizing, blaming, or using hurtful language can create defensiveness and shut down communication. Instead of, "You never listen to me," try expressing your feelings with that. "I feel unheard," when this shifts the focus from accusing to sharing your experience. Effective communication doesn't happen overnight, but with practice and intention, you can create a more open and understanding dialogue with your spouse. Here are some tips to help improve communication in your relationship. Active listening. Listening is just as important as speaking. Active listening means giving your partner your full attention, showing empathy, and validating their feelings. Instead of thinking about your response while they're talking, focus on truly understanding their perspective. Use I statements. When expressing your feelings or concerns, frame your statements with I rather than you. This reduces the chance of your partner feeling blamed and opens up the conversation for understanding. For example, instead of saying, "You never help with the housework," try saying, "I feel overwhelmed when I have to do all the housework on my own." Be open and honest. Honesty is key to any successful relationship. Be open about your needs, desires, and frustrations, but also be mindful of the way you communicate these things. Respect and clarity go hand in hand. Timing is everything. There's a time and place for serious discussions. Don't bring up sensitive topics when either of you is already stressed or distracted. Choose a time when both of you can sit down, focus, and have an open conversation. Nonverbal communication. Remember, communication is more than just words. Your body language, tone of voice, and facial expressions also convey messages. Be mindful of nonverbal cues, as they can greatly impact the effectiveness of your communication. Practice empathy. Empathy involves putting yourself in your partner's shoes and trying to understand their feelings and perspective. Even if you don't agree with everything they say, acknowledging their emotions can go a long way in fostering connection and mutual respect. Here are some strategies for resolving conflicts. Stay calm. When emotions run high, it's easy to react impulsively. Take a deep breath, and if needed, pause the conversation until both of you are calm enough to talk without escalating the situation. Focus on the issue, not the person. Avoid personal attacks. Focus on solving the problem, not criticizing your partner's character. Remember, you're a team, and the goal is to find a solution together. Find common ground. Even in a disagreement, there's often some common ground. Acknowledge areas where you both agree, and use those points as a starting place to find a resolution. Be willing to compromise. No one is always right. Be open to meeting halfway and finding solutions that work for both of you. Compromise doesn't mean giving up what's important to you. It's about finding balance and understanding. In marriage, communication is the foundation on which everything else is built. When both partners communicate openly, honestly, and respectfully, it creates a stronger emotional connection and a healthier relationship. Remember that it takes practice and patience, but the effort is well worth it. By improving your communication skills, you're not only resolving conflicts, but you're also deepening your bond, creating a safe space for love, trust, and understanding. So, take a moment to reflect. How can you improve your communication with your spouse today? Whether it's through active listening, being more mindful of your words, or setting aside time for open dialogue, small changes can lead to big improvements.